Borderline personality disorder, fear of abandonment. We're going to go into this whole fear of abandonment thing and really break it down and what it actually feels like instead of just the words. The words don't do it justice at all. Get rid of the fear part. It's not fear as much as an inevitability. It's inevitable, it's inevitable, it's inevitable, it's inevitable. I'm not afraid of being abandoned so much as I know that I will be abandoned. One could say that since I know that I'm going to be abandoned, that I'm afraid of it. It's not afraid though. I'm not afraid of it. It doesn't terrify me. I'm more waiting for it. It's more of an anticipation. Maybe it should be waiting to be abandoned instead of fear of being abandoned. Because I'm just waiting to be abandoned. I know it's coming. Nothing's going to stop it. It's inevitable. 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 As sure as the sun rises in the morning, I know that I will be abandoned by those that claim to love and care about me. How can I guarantee the sun's going to rise in the morning? It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It has never failed to rise. Therefore, I have no reason to question that it won't. The day the sun doesn't rise in the morning will be the day that I no longer expect it. I have been abandoned so far by everybody I've ever known. Everybody I've ever been close to, not one person has not abandoned me. There are people out there that would claim they've never abandoned me. That's insane. It's insane. Now, one would say that if you know that it's going to end, why don't you cherish every moment of it? I try to. I believe all borderlines try to. Since we know it's going to end, we try to capture everything. That's why we don't want to let you out of our sights. We don't want you to go anywhere. We want you all to ourselves. While we have you in this short little moment that we do, we know that it's going to end. You'll be gone someday. That all it'll be will be a memory, a feeling of how close we were. That loss. Trying to cherish every second of it, to get everything out of it. We screw it up. We come on as clingy, needy, and we get overly angry over what seems to be mundane, silly things. For us, it's not mundane and silly, though, because you're going to be gone. I'll use an example. Let's use a cooking one. Everybody's probably experienced this at some point in time, where you plan a dinner, you cook, you really want it to come out good. It's just not what you wanted. And it can ruin your whole night. Well, for borderline, it really can ruin the whole night. The reason it's such a big deal that the dinner that we cooked didn't come out the way we want, why we freak out about it, is for us, that we know that could be the last dinner that we're ever going to have with you. Ever. We want it to be perfect. We want to cherish it. And for anything to go wrong, tarnishes it. When you're gone, all we have is that memory. And we don't want the memory to be of the ruined dinner. So instead of a memory of, oh, I burned the dinner, and, well, we make some jokes about how bad it is and have a good evening. No, instead, freak out and completely ruin the evening. Nuke it. and so that we have the most horrible memory possible. It makes sense to a borderline. When you're gone, when the people that we love and are close to are gone, it's as if they have died. That's the best way I can describe it. We go into mourning. We grieve. It's an empty part of our soul that is taken away when you go. We don't see it as just our lives are busy and we don't have time to. No, we see it as if you're dead, pretty much. At least I do. It pains me. I grieve. I don't see that we'll ever talk again or communicate again. And it's trying to learn how to live without that person. And I cannot even, there are no words that can describe it or give you a clear picture of what it's like day after day after day, never ending, of everybody that you associate with, everybody that you love, everyone you're close to, knowing that this is all you've got with them. It spoils everything. Well, let me give you a scenario. You wake up in the morning, and right after getting out of bed, you get the knowledge somehow that you are going to die at the end of the day. Nothing you can do to change it, nothing you can do to stop it. At the end of the day, you will die. You're not allowed to tell anybody either that you're going to die. I mean, you could, but they can't stop it either. That's probably just going to ruin their day. So you just go through the day with the knowledge that at the end of the day you're going to die. And if you tell anybody, you're just going to ruin their day. So you try to have the best day possible. I mean, it's your last day, so you try to have the best day possible. At the same time, you don't want to tell anybody why you're trying to have the best day possible. To tell them would just, the whole day would be spent with them being sad that you're going to die and trying to figure out how to stop it. There's no way to stop it, though. It's a waste of time. So you can either have a day where they're depressed, trying to stop a death that they can't, or you can just not tell them and just try to have the best day possible. While doing this, and they just think it's a normal, regular day. While you're trying to have this great day, it's the last one, you're trying to have the best memories you can, the best ending, they just think it's a normal day, so they're not into it. They're not going with it. They don't understand why this going out for a cup of coffee needs to be so important, or why this watching TV should be so. They just don't get it. And so you spend the whole day just. How do you just go through the day with that knowledge? That's the scenario I'm going to give you. That's what I want you to think about. Put yourself in that situation. That is the best way that I think I can describe what this fear of abandonment's like. If any of you have a better way of explaining it, let me know in that comments section. And of course you will, though. Everybody leaves comments. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring that fucking bell. Till next time, keep on keeping on. Hey, Mr. BPD here. I know you just saw a video, so you're like, what? What are you doing? It's the end of the video. But just because this video ended doesn't mean you can't go see more videos over on Patreon. That's right, you're watching a commercial for Patreon. Please go check it out.